Daniel Dubois has just beaten Filip Hrgovic via. Wait, no, it wasn't round 5, was it? I don't know why I start that up. It was round 8. Via round 8 TKO. That was for Wilder and Zhang. Yeah, round 8 TKO. Dubois beats Filip Hrgovic. And yes, great stuff there from Daniel Dubois. Showed great heart, which was good to see. And yeah, managed to take out Filip Hrgovic. And yeah, great performance there from Dubois. Hrgovic started off quite well early on, landing big shots on Daniel Dubois in the first 2 rounds, where it looked like Dubois was in a bit of trouble. Hrgovic was doing well with some good hooks up top to Daniel Dubois. But at the end of the day, in the end, Hrgovic just ended up gassing out so early and just ended up looking so sloppy, not bringing his hands back to his face, and was just so sloppy with his shots, really. And it's like he wasn't really even able to trouble Daniel Dubois in the end. He was just ridiculously sloppy, Filip Hrgovic. He's so boring to watch as well. I'm so glad that I'm so bloody glad that we saw Daniel Dubois destroy him, to be fair. Because yeah, Hrgovic is so boring to watch. It is unreal. He's so ridiculously sloppy. He had a good first 2 rounds, and Dubois took over, showing heart to take some good big shots. And Dubois came firing back. Good shots to the body. Good shots up top. Hrgovic ended up having a real badly cut eye, and then yes, it ended up being waved off in round 8. But yeah, Dubois kept on going after him with some big shots, landing some good overhands. Had Hrgovic on the ropes, landing some good shots, and was just ended up being able to tee off at him at a good range. And yeah, I predicted this fight fairly well as well, which I'm happy about. Yeah, look, Dubois did a fantastic job there overall, to be fair. I feel like he kind of tired out Hrgovic as well. And, I mean, to be fair, though, Dubois was using his head a bit in the fight, to be fair, though. But still, he was good. Dubois was clearly the stronger man in the end there. And, yeah, Dubois' cardio has improved quite a bit as well. And he was just able to fight. He was able to fight really well. Dubois. He was able to dig deep, and that's what he got to. He was able to get to a good win in the end there, and was able to be quite accurate in the end. Hrgovic wasn't really able to show much head movement at all there. Hrgovic hasn't really got much movement in general, though, has he? But yeah, Dubois was landing some great shots up top to the head of Hrgovic, just really going for that tie in the end, and just, yeah, completely destroyed him, really, in the end, to be fair, even though Hrgovic did start well. But yeah, Dubois ended it by just beating down on Hrgovic, to be fair, and it was only right that the fight ended up getting stopped because of the eye injury. Dubois kept on teeing off for that. Dubois was good with the jab, then landing shots over the top. Dubois was getting even more explosive as well, which was good to see from him. And yeah, like Hrgovic was just getting badly beaten up, not throwing back at all when Dubois was going at him. I think it was in round 7 as well. Dubois was basically having Hrgovic out to there, landing some good combinations on him with some quick shots, had Hrgovic up against the ropes, and Hrgovic hardly was responding. Then they went out to round 8. Dubois was basically beating down on them again, going to the body, then mixing it up top, and then eventually, yeah, the referee had to step in, take him to the doctor. The fight was waved off. Daniel Dubois wins the fight. What's next for Daniel Dubois and Filip Hrgovic? For Daniel Dubois, I would like to see him fight Zhang. I wouldn't like to see him fight AJ because, that fight doesn't interest me without a world title. Like, yes, I get Dubois now got an interim title, but no, it has to be for a world title if that fight is interesting in any way whatsoever. AJ destroys him. I mean, yeah, Dubois and Zhang would be good, but I would like to see Zhang and AJ as well, though. Dubois and Parker, I mean, that could be an interesting one. Yeah, there's some really interesting fights for Daniel Dubois, to be fair. Some really interesting fights for him, and he's just getting his career back on track. He had a fantastic, Dubois had a good performance against Usyk, but Usyk's obviously levels above him. It showed in the end. Dubois then had to dig deep to beat Miller. He did. He won. Then he also had to dig deep to beat Hrgovic, who, former Olympian as well. He's fought at a high level. Hrgovic, he's way more experienced than what Dubois is. Hrgovic had over 100 amateur fights. And, Dubois went in there, ended up putting a beating on him in the end, to be fair. Was the stronger guy, more accurate with the shots. He was able to bully Hrgovic around there a bit as well. Apart from the first 2 rounds of the fight, Dubois was fantastic. Apart from the first 2 rounds where Hrgovic was able to tee off on him a bit. But in the end, Hrgovic just got sloppy, dropping his hands down and all that. His shots were so ridiculously sloppy. Then Dubois was just able to tee off with some good hooks up top. And yeah, in the end, Dubois just punished Hrgovic for the stupid, sloppy mistakes that Hrgovic was making. Hrgovic he's not great to watch, if we're being honest. He's so sloppy and can just make fights into a boring slugfest kind of thing. That's what Hrgovic likes to kind of do. But yeah, for Hrgovic, if I'm being honest, I would never like to see him fight again. But no, he will fight again, obviously. I'd like to see him up against... I mean, a Dillian White-Hrgovic fight could be interesting. That could be interesting. Dillian White-Hrgovic. Hrgovic and Caballel. I mean, that's not a bad fight overall either. Hrgovic and Frank Sanchez, both guys redeemed themselves. There's some interesting fights. Some really, 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 really interesting fights overall. I'm going to go to BoxRec right now. I mean, for Dubois, I've said Zhang probably could be ideal, but again, Zhang and AJ would be an ideal fight. But yeah, Dubois and Parker, as I said, could be cool. Dubois and Martin Bacoli. Could they do that? I don't know. It's not like Bacoli deserves it though. Dubois got to be up against a top guy. Dubois and Dillian White. Yeah, Dubois and Dillian White could be good though at Wembley. On like the AJ, like what they could do is an AJ Zhang main event, and then like a Dubois Dillian White co-main event. That'd be quite fun. Yeah, like again, there's some good fun fights made with Daniel Dubois. Then for Hrgovic, Gaziev, you could stick him in there with. I mean, yeah, you could do Bacoli and Hrgovic, or you could do Hrgovic Caballel. I still think it'd be a good fight. Yeah, there's some interesting fights in my opinion. Anyway, that's all my thoughts, and it's all great performance from Dubois. Very happy, very, very, very happy with that. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, King. I'll speak to you in a bit. Thanks for watching. Peace out.